And we're back. And so the next thing we're gonna do is liquefy Ruby, right?
Yeah,
Um,
something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the idea was you were gone for that, Brad. But the idea was that as like I said to Kelsa, like from now on, like every devil's bargain I'm gonna do is gonna further the liquefying clock because that's just too much fun.
Oh no.
So I asked if significance moments in that clock could be maybe marked by doom signs like we see somebody horribly deformed, or maybe even somebody of the cult gets liquefied, and then that's where the comment of Ruby getting liquefied came from. So who knows? She might.
Could happen.
Would be quite ironic. She did it to protect herself.
Seems like a fitting end. So I think this brings us to the actual score we were going for here, to steal the hull from the Circle of Flame from
Also,
their
I
library.
don't get any bad repercussions right now.
Oh no, you're just dead.
Okay.
No, I apologize. I forgot we didn't actually. I wrote something down. Didn't actually tell you about it. So, the woman whom you had before we cut to the next score, Zingdo was in the Silver Stag, a gambling hall, a very well appointed one, brightly lit, lots of colors, and there was what kind of looks like a modern day bachelorette party, a gaggle of women, one of whom wearing a tiara, having a lot of fun, a lot of drinks, and gambling in a corner. El Zingdo approaches, and one of them looks up and recognizes him from a one-night stand, and literally is just going to slap him in the face, call security, and have him kicked out.
I can go myself.
So yeah, you basically are going to have a serious complication here of ejected and unwelcome at the Silver Stag.
Banned for life.
I mean,
yeah.
The fun stuff is if Zinged wants to go to the Silver Stag one time and what?
Not
I've
you
never
again.
been here.
Then he's definitely going to be known as mental. I guess he already is.
Right?
No, it wasn't me. It was
Crazy
my evil
scientist Zinged.
So yeah, you're banned from the Silver Stag pretty much forever. And
just because of one woman. What?
Yeah,
what?
Well, she has a lot of power.
Yeah.
But you didn't realize it at the time because she was kind of like slumming it, but she's actually a fairly powerful noblewoman, and you're kind of on her list of people to avoid. So you also lose this opportunity for action. You can no longer, because you're being bodily removed from the Silver Stag. And you're like, no, I can go myself. So they'll probably let you. They won't physically pick you up and throw you out like they were originally going to do, but you are no longer welcome here.
Okay. I mean, seems like I stuck my hand or other body parts in the wrong places.
Maybe.
So you're gonna push your luck, right, and try and sneak back in?
I mean,
I didn't see any women harmed there. Also, I probably forgot about that already because I saw so many beautiful women. So,
as you do.
I guess now I'm just on the street and okay. Where was I?
Yeah.
How do I get back? Help?
Probably going to take you a couple of hours to walk home because you're lost. But, it probably won't take you more than an hour, because what you realize is you're actually still in Silkshore.
Wow.
And so
They've been driving us around for 45 minutes.
yeah, they drove you around like
Maybe Elzingdo sees the car coming by and is like, "Hi, can I have a lift?"
right?
Just comes
Actually,
back around.
If I could just jump into the car again, like just I just jumped out, I just jump in.
He just comes in
Would
on the
be
other
fun.
side.
That's gonna take a little bit more skill. You probably are better off wandering around until you find your way back to the bridge. That'd probably be easier.
Okay, then let's do that.
So yeah, Helen had told you that they are arranging for a distraction 2 nights from now, and we can skip right over to then. If you would like to make this score go down and steal a hull. So how are you planning? So there's going to be a distraction in place for you.
So
And
are we
how are
doing
you
downtime
planning?
in between?
That's up to you. Do you want to do downtime in between?
I would love to, because I still have some leftover stress that for some reason I didn't get rid of. I didn't know why or how.
Okay,
But
there is enough time that you can take downtime here. The difference is that if you push through, there will not be an entanglement until the end. If you do not, there'll be entanglement now.
I would love to take a break because I'm poisoned and at 5 out of 9 stress. So for me, it's nice, but I'm not the only one here, of course.
Yeah, I'm also at 5 out of 9 stress. I would not mind it.
Okay. No, we can
worship and chill.
Well,
we can do some
yeah, I'm fine, so we have to push through. No. We could totally take it out.
I mean, Elzingdo probably would just go for Vice, even though he would probably overindulge. I don't think we want that just yet to happen. So
What is this, vice women?
yes,
Of course it is.
I guess might just look.
I mean, maybe
for...
he's too busy to indulge his vice. Who knows?
I mean, there is a person he wants to find, and he might try to find it at open o'clock for that.
Who are you trying to find?
It was. I'm not trying to give it away yet, but it's probably obvious.
Is there a lady in distress somewhere?
Maybe.
I don't think you can call that a lady.
It would be attribute. Oh, yes.
See, there is probably
Clocks are generally attribute.
Okay.
downtime.
So we have to start off with between scores.
Yeah,
you did not get any coin from your last score, which was to convince. What you got was the help of the hive, but that will give you rep because the hive are kind of a big deal. So
I will write that down.
You do get 3 rep. I'm marking it now for you. But no money.
Can we hop over to the?
Yeah, let me
screen.
do that. Boop. Got it. So red here. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. So you're in a pretty good position as far as your rep is concerned. Now this does give you a little bit of heat, especially with Elzingdo going and getting kicked out of the Golden Stag. I think you're going to take 2 heat here. Not a huge amount, but it's about average.
I mean, it's far from the worst things our cult has done to their reputations till now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have gotten
Uh,
more heated times.
Yeah, and nobody died yet.
Nobody died yet. So our entanglement is going to be a 4. Questioning. Yeah. So the Bluecoats grab an NPC member of the crew or one of the crew's contacts. I want it to be someone we haven't actually seen for a while. So I think who they're going to pick up is actually going to be
Victor?
Lizette Pritchard,
Okay.
Ah.
Ooh.
the noblewoman who is associated with
How
the cult.
dare they?
And so I will make a fortune roll to find out how well they resist spilling some information that they shouldn't, or you can pay off the blue coats with 2 coins worth of bribes.
So, I mean, given that it's a noblewoman, I'm thinking that, like, I'd be willing to pay the coin, but it seems like maybe what the Bluecoats would want is something other than actually money. Because if it's just a matter of money, uh, uh, she probably wouldn't let herself get detained over something she can bribe her way out of.
I mean, maybe she's too stubborn to pay herself, and it's
Yeah,
like, it's your mess, you pay it.
Yeah. She's pretty stubborn like that. Plus, she's not the richest noblewoman. She's
Okay.
a little bit down on her
Still,
luck.
2 coins shouldn't be too much for her, but imagine that she's just like, your problem, your coin.
Yeah, I think William will pay off the coin in that case. They do have some.
Okay. Well, I think Farouk would like compete with William to pay them off first and make a big show to Lisette that he is doing so.
All right, folk, if you're willing to pay instead of me, I'm
Yeah.
perfectly fine with that.
Oh, okay.
If, yeah, I think William's also making a big show of that. Like, if you want to handle this, go for it.
Well, it is my responsibility now, isn't it?
I'm missing the as leader of the cult comment behind that.
Yes, I think I'm fine with this as leader of the cult.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you actually say that?
I think I'm implying it. Like, I think I'm fine with you handling this one. Like, I'm like delegating this to you.
Oh.
But I'm saying something like, yeah, I'm sure you're well equipped to handle this matter, Farouk.
Horrible.
Indeed, Kildare.
Hmm.
Perhaps after I take care of this matter, I will have some of my friends take care of any other matters that may be left hanging.
Indeed, we wouldn't want any loose threads now, would we?
Yes.
Could be very
Threats
troublesome
or
indeed.
threats?
Both?
Bit of both.
So cool.
Indeed. But yeah, I think my downtime, if we want to go into that, if Farouk pays the coin
Yeah.
to get
Done.
lady friend out, then I think just because I know that we have some of us that needs some stress clearance. If I think William is willing to lead the crew in the worship, of Our Lady, engaging our
Oh.
our new and interesting vice that has been patched in. So if anyone would like to partake,
Is Farouk competing with William Kildare here? Are they both offering their sermons, or? I mean,
It's a
I have
good
to
question.
choose who to follow now, right?
Play up that inner conflict for XP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Squeeze it.
So, I think that when you say that you're gonna go ahead and give the sermon, Brooke says, "Fine, fine. Try your hand at it. Good luck." And then is gonna try and undermine you.
I think Ruby is very happy that the scary Farouk isn't the one holding the sermon. So she'll go to Kildare's sermon.
why, thank you, priest. If you'd be interested in seeing how perhaps matters could be dealt with in the future, you're more than welcome to attend.
Wow. She just walks into the queue and it's like this like shroud of Diania here. This is mine.
Yeah, I can look at this.
Maybe we should let Diania choose at some point.
Yeah,
See what she says.
we'll see what she says, indeed.
Yes, yes. I anticipate seeing how matters will be dealt with.
So I'll follow William Kildare in worship.
All right.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I'll certainly be there, and I will, fervently engage in said worship. But I think there'll be some. I'll definitely attempt to compel some. Let me. Compel some spirits to be in attendance and just have one of them just kind of breathe on William's neck at inopportune times during the speech.
That's
Are you sure you want to try and lead the Shroud of Diania?
I'm certainly going to today. Yeah, and take note that because you're with me, you can bump that up by one if you want.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that. Oh, that's cool. I will do that.
Yeah. So, Farouk, if you're also clearing stress, I have to ask: are you with me?
Well, let me see. If I having a trauma, what happens if I don't indulge in my vice?
You take a stress equal to the number of traumas that you have.
Okay.
I recently took that choice in the Blades game where I'm a player because I had only one stress.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I had 2 trauma, it made sense for me just to take two more stress rather than try to indulge my vice.
Okay.
Actually, in this case, it doesn't matter though because you cannot overindulge if you worship.
That's true. If you use worship as your vice,
So it will
this
take away
case-
one of your actions, but
Mhm.
Yeah,
It won't be as bad.
And if you bring a sacrifice that is deemed worthy by Diania,
Oh,
then
right.
you also get 1 die forward. William Kildare, did you bring a sacrifice? And I will tell you whether or not it is worthy.
Let's see, do I bring a sacrifice? Do I have a sacrifice handy? I'm not sure. I think I just talk about our plans, talk about how our tendrils are being brought forward into the city, how our schemes and plots further, how we're making new and powerful allies that we may, but not that we may, that we will one day subdue under our command. So yes, I'm sort of offering up the hive as a future sacrifice, but it's not quite there just yet. I'm making long-term
future sacrifice
plans.
is not a sacrifice, but Diania hears your plea. So you will, you clear your stress with no consequence, but she's not going to be giving you a die forward for promises of a sacrifice.
Just fine.
Ruby has brought a great sacrifice. It's up to you, Diania, how she sees it, of course. But she is to Ruby. It feels like a great sacrifice because she's giving Diania her fine, bloody towel that she worked so hard to get.
What about the towel? I'm sorry.
That's going to be my sacrifice. Whether Diania accepts it or not is up to Diania, of course. But in Ruby's eyes, like this thing that could have dried her off in the cold or when she's wet from the rain, or and that she worked so hard to get. Like this is her what she chooses as a sacrifice.
So I'm rereading the way it works here, and if you indulge and bring a pleasing sacrifice, then you don't overindulge and also get the die forward. Otherwise, it's just a regular indulging of vice.
Okay.
So did anyone actually, Kildare? Would you have overindulged?
No, I'm at 1 stress right now.
So you're perfect.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Okay.
Ruby, are you indulging a vice again, or was that
I was doing the same as William Kildare was doing, so I was indulging with him.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean,
Which means
it
that
says
he
automatically
can
says
give you
my normal,
+1.
but I was worshipping Diania, and I brought her the sacrifice. And because I was doing with William Kildare, apparently I can also make use of his.
Yes, you
fighter.
can add or subtract 1.
Yeah, exactly.
From
so I added 1
amount.
So I cleared 4 stress and went from 5 to 1.
Cool.
And I brought the sacrifice.
Okay.
Whether that is worthy or not is up to Diania.
I mean, it's blood.
She will take it, and she does not mention whether or not she finds it worthy.
Okay, so
interesting.
I assume that I will just ask her help for a future die and see whether she gives that or not, or
from the way that I'm reading it here, and we're still workshopping, this is still new. In addition, your deity will assist any one action will you make from now until you indulge this vice again. I think that's my decision as a GM for the deity to step in and say that they will help you at this point.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
But sure, that's fine. That's probably more fun than me asking for it.
And I think Brooke will step up as he's going up to the altar to provide a sacrifice. He looks a lot more, not quite sheepish, but he makes a show of like looking like he's unprepared and nervous. And then when he gets to the fore, He brandishes a big knife, holds his arm out, and will make a blood sacrifice.
A blood sacrifice of blood. Let's see. I will make a note of this.
Now, I'm not sure how you want to do that. Would I need to like resist the wound and then the roll would come after, perhaps? The roll for relieving the stress would come after, or am I way off on that?
I was assuming that you were not harming yourself in such a way that it would be an actual wound. Unless you want to say that you would be, unless you do a resistance as part of your devotion, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that to make a point in front of everybody.
William Kildare face palming.
You people did not really have much of a choice in your leadership before, did you?
Oh, I came up with a new vice for Lan when he gets out of prison. I was thinking that his new vice could be pleasure, where he just wants to have a good time with his friends. And maybe as part of him growing up and being more mature, he might also try and try and boss people around more. So I wonder how that's going with William Kildare and Farouk. Already trying to go for leadership, and then Lan stepping in and also trying to tell people what to do.
It's going to be fun times ahead.
Okay, so I guess first off, I'm gonna make there'll be prowess resistance.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well,
amazing. Okay, so that puts me up a stress, and then I'll do indulge invite. Oops, did I miss? What happened there? Missed. There we go. Okay. No extra dice. Alright.
you can move it one up or one down.
Oh, okay.
want to
Sure, I'll move it one down and go to...
unless you want to refuse the help of William Kildare.
Yes. Are you joining
true.
my advice, Farouk?
Oh, yeah. I am down with the worship, and, if there should be any of the... I forgot what it's called, the spirit juice stuff around, then I'll indulge in that as well. I mean, I think just going through the effort of being showy and undermining you is enough to that I don't mind, like, in other ways going along with the program.
It is certainly an effort.
We should turn this into a clock that you can both pull, like the morale of the thing, where it's like halfway, and if it fully goes, it goes to William Kildare, and if it empties, it goes to Farouk or something like that.
Yes, it's very thematically efficient.
You should create a push and pull clock.
And after all this, Farouk, after all the show and circumstance, Brooke seems very relaxed and happy with how things went down, and doesn't appear to be harboring any resentment.
Yeah, I think William is even going to play up your sacrifice. Like, here comes one worthy before the goddess. Bring forth his blood. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a bit of
So,
a
so,
for the
Kelsa,
dramatic when
like,
he's
the rest of the crew, like, who are they more impressed with? Farouk with his blood sacrifice, or William Kildare with his speech?
I know who Diania is more impressed by, but I'm not sure who the rest of the crew would be more impressed by. I'm gonna roll a die of fate here, and I'm gonna roll actually two. The first die is going to be for Farouk, and the second die is for William Kildare. Let's see which one of them has made more of an impression on your followers. Oh, it's Kildare.
Oh.
So, do you guys want to do a clock?
The struggle is real for who is the true high priest of Diania.
indeed.
I'd be willing to, but
Yeah.
I could go either way.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
Struggle time.
Will you draw it, Kelsa, or should I put it somewhere? Wait, we should put it on here, like big.
Yeah, let me draw it there. So, I think it's going to. I think it's going to be a 6-part clock.
You should make it a 12-part clock then, and have it be half filled, so that they need to empty or fill it.
Okay, yeah. That did not work. Hold on. Nope, that is not the right thing.
That is not a
Oh,
circle.
That's the opposite of a circle. Here we go.
Oh, that's a Diania circle.
Still not a circle.
Square clock.
Here we go.
Square clock works.
I got it. I just forgot to hold down Alt when I was typing.
It involves like an occult ritual in which we square the circle.
You know, in certain fighting establishments, a square can be a circle. So I've been told.
Ah.
I like
Hard
that
guys.
it's subtly off.
I mean, as you do, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a pretty circle. I mean, we're the Shroud of Diania.
Yeah, it can be freaking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I think your other thing was better, because now it's going to be an 8 clock.
No, I got this.
Is it? Okay.
Come on, do the thing.
The challenge of clock making.
And now we stand before the greatest enemy of all, geometry.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh yeah, I see. Beautiful.
I think that's 10.
1, 2. Oh yeah, it is 10.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
It'll do.
It could be a 10 clock.
No, can't. It has to be a 12 o'clock. I've already decided. That just means I need to put in one more line. Boop. There we go.
Beautiful. That is
Alright.
like almost symmetrical and everything.
I'm impressed with myself.
You should be.
Farouk, you are kind of this weird.
Yeah.
I want a brighter color. Farouk, you're gonna be brown.
You can drag his picture to the screen.
That's weird. No.
Where is it? Why does it not work? Is that a GM thing?
No, it just. I mean, I can.
Oh, you
do
need
that.
to open it first. That's what. Like that, I mean, like just like
Yeah.
do that.
So this is the Farouk side. So we already start off with Farouk having like 6 on here.
Well, 5 now, because this one was won by William Kildare.
Hold on. And William Kildare, though, did not actually start with anything, is what I'm trying to get at here. William Kildare is the upstart, and he's going to have blue. So he's going to have 2 ticks on his side. Actually, no, it just started off, because I feel like they didn't start off even, is what I'm trying to get at here.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
that makes
fair.
sense.
So I think maybe that this is a fairly good representation of what the control of the shroud is. Go. And let's make this text a little bit bigger and a little less red.
Yeah, it's text, not subtext.
Yeah. There we go.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
All right. Everything is beautiful. All right, perfect.
Okay.
So, William is slowly taking control of the shroud.
Do you feel in charge?
Right now, Farouk is, since there's still more than half given to Farouk, he's still pretty much in charge.
People
If
will
the
go
two
to him.
halves become even, then there's going to be a split. Like, this is basically like what percentage of the shroud listens to Farouk versus listens to William. So
Yes.
that's where we stand right now.
Right.
Beautiful. I love it. So yeah. What other downtime actions do we want to take?
I think we should just like prep for our intrusion into the circle of flame. So like just gather info, like everything we can do in that effort.
All right. Like, do you want to do like a gather info in what way?
Let's see. So because we know when the hive are going to be there. Going to be there in after 2 days. So
Yes.
would love to find out exactly what the circle are up to, or what they're going to be doing in 2 days. Like what's on their agenda. We're probably looking for at like probably like seek out. This would probably just be William like looking up ink records, newspapers, that sort of thing. Just to see if, like, what, because they're like a public organization, right? They're this antiquarians. They're like high society thing. Is that right? Like
What about that?
Like if they happen to like having like public presence, that they're going to be doing something particular in 2 days. So like, what's their schedule looking like?
Okay, so you're trying to find out what the schedule of the
Circle of Flame.
Circle of Flame is going to be like. Okay. And how are you going about finding out that?
Let's see. I think William's actually going to be on the streets for this role, like talking to people. Like people, maybe people that he knew from his like past who would have reason to know what the circle are all about, what they're up to. Maybe someone who was like doing business with them at some point.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna be talking to some people,
Yes.
walking around on the street, trying to see what's going on. Sure, that sounds like probably a sway to glean information, or possibly a consort if you're talking to your friends.
Consort. Like I mean, just
Yeah.
talking to people who might be, involved.
Okay. Would you like to make a roll then?
Yes, I'm working on that.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Four.
All right, so you find out some information. So you find out the basics of what's going on a typical Tuesday for the Circle of Flame. I mean, they're not a very active group, you could say. They definitely are on the the kind of secret, slow moving, which I guess is just your kind of people as a spider.
Yes.
They are. I mean, it's a Tuesday. They're not going to be doing anything particularly interesting that they have planned. There's like maybe a charity ball or something that they're hosting. Something that is a way for them to glean more money for their expeditions to get more artifacts. Is there anything in particular that you were looking for here that I might be able to?
Yeah, I'm basically just looking like what's going to be going on that night. Are there any other like complications that we're gonna have to be dealing with?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. To preempt this a little bit. We don't happen to interrupt bingo night or something.
Yeah, I think there's like a charity event that's going to be going on, not at their library. So if anything, you think that you're probably going to be in a better situation than normal. Maybe that's why the Hive chose this night for their attack. They are one of the circles. Noblemen is going to be hosting a party at their estate in Brightstone, and the library, which that you're planning on attacking, is in, let's say where. Yeah. Aha. 6 Towers.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to be as crowded as we thought. Splendid. Okay, yeah, that's all of my downtime. I cede the floor to the rest of you.
Does anyone in particular want to go next, or I don't mind going next.
Go ahead.
All right. I think I would like to recover some from those icy brain fingers.
Ooh, that might be helpful.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so I always forget how to do how to work towards recovery clock. Is that
Did you already start the process? I
yes,
think
yes, it did.
you did. So declare how you are recovering, and then you roll an attribute based on how you're recovering, which is either going to be just a straight luck roll, like I'll give you a number of dice. If you're like, I'm going to go to a bathhouse and be pampered to have a nice bath, then I would give you a number of dice based on the quality of the bathhouse you go to. If you're like, I'm going to go find Zinged, but he's not here, and take whatever strange ass powders that he gives me, then we roll based on Zing's tinker. If you're like, I'm going to go to my friend who is a actual physician and or whatever, then yeah.
Okay. Uh, Let me
If you don't
see.
know any doctors, you can be like, I'm going to go hire a doctor. And it's not going to cost you a coin, but it is going to cost you like pocket money. But depending on that, it's going to be how good of a doctor you're going to find, you know?
Okay. Sure. So I will uh, ask around at the Dionysus Club uh, for uh, for not just a doctor, but a doctor of the occult persuasion that might have some expertise in this matter. Diogenes Club. Not
Gotcha.
Dionysus.
Similar but different. Um, that's a pretty good place to go. I'm gonna say three dice.
All right. Um, okay. And rolling that as just like sheer blasted luck.
Yeah, so you can call it whatever you like. That works.
All right. Sweet. Okay. So that's 3 towards it.
On a 6, yes.
Cool. And let me see. I've got one more.
If you want to spend a coin to
Mhm.
kick that up to a crit, you'd get 2 more die. You get 2 more ticks.
Ooh. Uh, I've
I
been
don't know.
spending.
I'm not looking at your character
Okay.
sheet, so.
Well, I guess I'm gonna hold off. I mean, I have the coin, but I.
Because that would fully recover you.
Yeah, yeah. But the icy brain fingers haven't blown up in my face yet, so I guess I'm not going to spend the coin.
Okay.
Not that I'm asking you for them to blow up in my face necessarily. Uh, uh, and let me see. So for the last action, except for the like our collective extra crew one, um, and I do have the third from the that playbook thing, calculating. Uh, I think Well, okay. Are we going to need the crew action? Or can we use that towards heat, or does anybody else
Yeah,
have
totally.
something? Well, does anybody else have something that they think we need to uh,
I mean,
use it for?
aside from working towards the doom clock, not really.
Yeah, we can't use the
And I
creation
have
for
a
that.
feeling that Farouk is not going to ask anybody to, work on a doom clock or, make sure that the Eruvian consulate gets the ability to liquefy people, or
No, no, no. That's
Not yet.
yeah. I think the Doom Clock he'd want to work on himself. And as far as the Eruvian consulate, if he knew about that, then
He'd be working to undo it.
it would be things would be ugly. But I think he will uh, on let's call it on Ruby's behalf. Uh, try to work, or if it's possible, try and work on the clock of her ingratiating herself into Tangletown.
That's so nice of him.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's completely altruistic, and there's no chance at all that he would say later decide to use that in to possess her so that he can control the situation, because that's just not him at all. Anyway.
Of course not.
Such a nice
No,
person.
totally not. Definitely. Nope.
I would love to follow you into battle.
Of course, yeah. I mean, because he's honorable and just such a frontline guy. It's an honor to serve, right? Right? Anyway.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
God, scary.
So I will go ahead and consort for that. I think it's still a fortune roll, though, right? Just because it's during downtime. So attribute. Does Ruby want to help in that process? Or because Fruk is getting involved,
I'd
does
love
she
to.
not want to?
I mean, no, I think Farouk does this out of the good of his heart.
Oh, okay.
And I'm kind of surprised that he's helping me because he was so scary earlier, but I mean, if he's helping me get a safe place, maybe that's his way of making it up. I don't know, or maybe that's just his positive side to balance out his negative. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. He feels very bad about what he said earlier.
Totally. Trust him. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't have a reason not to trust him. Yet.
Alright, here we go.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. So you're marking the clock, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. And that is me.
Okay. I have when I try to unless somebody else wanted to go.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I would like to work on recovering. Level 1 harm just gets removed when you start recovering, right?
Yep, that's right. You don't even have to
Sweet.
do anything.
So
I love helping in parentheses. In quotation marks. You're like, helping.
I think I would like to spend a coin to further this project of docking the boat to Tangletown, and maybe Farouk would like helping me with this.
Of course. Anything for you, Ruby.
So nice. Yeah, I mean, Maybe you can. I don't know. What game shall we play? Will you be the scary man that I need protecting from? Will you be my father who vouches for my for how well behaved I am? Like what game shall we play today, Farouk?
Oh, I think that uh, vouching might go a little bit farther. I'll see what I can do to spread word of your good reputation.
Okay. Fortune attribute. Note. I'm trustworthy. Believe me. Dice, so 3 by myself, and then 1 extra from Farouk. Oh, a crit.
Wow.
I believe I filled out that clock, and because I critted, does maybe a tick carry over to my 8 clock be accepted into Tangletown Society?
Awesome.
No, I'm asking you, like, because I
Oh.
crit, like,
Oh,
does...
because you critted. Yeah, I'll allow it because it was a crit. Totally.
Cool. So I have 1 tick
That's what I'm
on
trying
there.
to say.
So I got to dock my boat here.
Woo!
Yeah.
Sweet.
So now I still need to be accepted as a regular member, but this is a good start, you know?
You can show your face.
Yeah,
No one will get upset.
exactly.
Brilliant.
Useful.
For now.
Okay. Brilliant. Who else has a downtime action left, and what do they want to do with it?
I think Mr. Cinderino has both of his left.
Sorry, what was that?
I think Sing still has, or
Yes, I
Elzindo.
have my 2.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Ah,
have both of yours.
Elzindo.
Yes. So I'm looking for a certain person that I don't want to name right now.
Write it down in
Terribly
thoughts.
mysterious.
Yes.
Do a GM whisper to me so I can tell you how big a clock it's gonna be.
Okay. Um,
Okay. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this back on you. As a player, Mark, how long do you want that to take?
I would like to make it a 12 o'clock one.
Forever.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
All right.
All right, how are you gonna look for him?
Um, I guess I'll just survey. I mean, that's the skill you normally use for that, right? Or
Yeah.
I might sway some people in bars or stuff
I
like
mean, it
that.
all depends on how you're looking. If you're looking for them by using your eyes and walking around, it's going to be survey. If you're looking for them by talking to people and say, "Hey, do you know this person? Have you seen them around?" That's going to be either it's probably going to be consort or sway.
Okay.
If you're like walking up to people in the street and like grabbing them by the shoulders and be like, "Tell me have you seen my son?" or whatever, that's gonna be command.
Where's
Okay.
Rachel?
If
Well,
you make some weird Rube Goldberg machine to like vibrate if this person gets
Guess.
near you, that might be Tinker.
okay, I guess I'm swaying this.
Okay. So it's as a fortune roll. There's no position here, so there's no real risk of a problem. But depending on how well you roll, is how many ticks you get on the clock.
Yes.
Okay, that's 2 ticks on your clock.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Finding
do
Nemo.
just the same thing again.
Okay, yeah, totally. You're permitted to do that for sure.
Alrighty. The 6 means 3 ticks.
That's right. Yep. And it's not a crit, so.
Yes. Okay, I'm done.
Perfect.
All right.
Cool. I think that leaves our crew downtime action
Yes.
as the only one remaining.
And
Who would like to roll it? Are we doing reduce heat or something else?
I think we should definitely do reduce heat.
Agreed.
Using heat is always good.
All right. Do you want to roll it?
Sure.
I mean, Farouk wouldn't make that offer, but I will.
Yeah. And I'll be more than willing to accept it from you.
Okay.
William wouldn't, but I will. Okay, so let's see. So how would we reduce heat on this? I mean, most of our heat from the last score was from Elsinda being thrown out of the casino, I imagine.
That's a good portion of it, sure.
Yeah. So I think we would probably, let's see, because heat is like attention from law enforcement, and it's like people. I don't know. How would we make good on that?
Well, we could certainly just have people deliver flowers and whatnot to the estate of the offended person.
Yeah,
And while that doesn't directly relate to the blue coats or anything, if she's not as pissed off, then she's less likely to make trouble.
And it's not necessarily just the blue coats that this heat represents. This is pretty much anybody who you are having. It's pretty much anybody that you're having issues with.
Yeah, so I think we get like a short scene with William having a chat with like the person, probably the person at the door of the Silver Stag. Like if Singdo mentions that's where he ended up, and that's where he was like thrown out of. Then
I guess I'll just keep silence about that.
even if
To be
asked.
honest. Yes, I think as I just I addressed the situation and there was no problem.
So let's see.
Don't think he would give away what happened there.
Okay. Well, so
course not.
if we don't know about it to address it, it could just be like the ongoing outreach to uh, the bluecoats, in that we're just, I mean, we're trying to gain more followers, and that we have a few that are with them, and
True.
just in that process, it might cool things down a little.
Yeah, all right. So you can
Yeah.
roll on the attribute of your gang. So roll 2 dice to cool some heat.
Sure. Five.
All right, that's 2 heat off of your heat tracker.
Splendid.
Cool deal.
Boop. All right. Was that everyone? That looks like it was everybody's downtime. Did anybody want to spend any coin to do additional downtime?
Not more than I've already done.
No.
So brilliant. This is actually bringing us to a pretty good time to wrap up, which means that we'll be ready for the major score next week.
Whoop whoop.
So
Yeah.
We did end
Next
up
week,
taking our sweet
steal it-
time with just a very small, like, hey guys, do you want to help us?
sure you did.
Yeah. Next week we'll steal the hull, or
Literally
attempt to
your
steal the
fault,
hull
not
for
bad,
sure,
just saying.
not just squabble with each other.
I mean,
No, let's
I
not point
can't
fingers
promise
at
that.
anybody.
Well, this
Well-
will be a nice amount of crew XP.
Yeah. Not just squabble with each other. I'm sure there'll be some.
There'll obviously be some.
Yeah.
And don't
All right,
forget
well,
that
let's-
Yin and Lan still need to be broken out of prison.
Mm.
Yeah. Do we want to
I
talk
mean, they
about?
might just get out of released on their own for
They
time
might
spent.
just
You know,
leave if we wait long enough.
by the time you guys are gunkering around, they just like are
They
released
walk
on their.
in.
Yeah, they're like, well, time served. We're done, guys. So, let's go through XP. Starting with
Crew?
Lurk Elzingido. Did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion? Definitely.
I mean,
Lots of
I try to.
You tried to? You tried to? Yeah.
Tried so hard.
Tried so hard and no, don't let me sing. It's bad. There's not one there.
And I definitely got not far, but
Don't let me
Mhm.
stop.
at least it didn't matter in the end.
I apologize. That was all my fault. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I definitely think you did. At the very least, your belief of your like I don't know where you got this from, but like the sexiest man in the world vibe, where you're like, I'm just that good. Everybody's gonna love me, kind of thing. What about your drives and heritage or background? What did you write down for all of that bullshit?
I mean, there's I don't know. Did I write a lot about that, or I don't think I've written down much, but I can tell you guys what I was thinking about. Was like the son of musicians, and his parents died at quite a young age, and he had to live through the cities and get himself out of trouble by himself
Mm-hmm.
and survive. And the skills he learned from there, he has used them to come by as an adult as well, and is selling his services until he one day saw the face of Dioneia, and now everything else does not matter. I mean,
Such a
kind
beautiful
of.
story.
I'm touched, really.
My cold, cold heart.
I mean, he might forget about that if he sees a beautiful woman for a moment, but he will get back to it.
Eventually.
Yes.
It's definitely on the list.
Yeah.
It's on
Soon.
the list.
TM.
Definitely on the list. So yeah, brilliant. I don't know if any of that really came up in play though. So I don't know if we're really seeing any XP there. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas? I don't think you have any traumas.
I guess my vice was pretty obvious.
I don't know if you really struggled with it though, you know?
I
I
mean,
think he went back because it was a woman.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
And
I will give
also
that to you.
I really annoyed that woman in the beginning, and got myself kicked out there as well.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna give you 4x for this session here for El Zingdo.
Okay.
Bastard. Slide. Ruby is a slide, right?
Yes, Ruby is a slide.
Did you address challenges with deception or influence?
I think so. Please, sir. I need something for, like, lady problems.
So, yes, definitely there.
I don't know if I did it
you
elsewhere.
I don't know if you did it any more than that, really.
Is Elsinger a challenge? I mean, sometimes.
I guess so.
I mean, he's challenging, but
He is
did
challenged
you express your
too.
beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I think I did. I was all like, "You're not my father," and trying to steal stuff when somebody was trying to tell me that I couldn't touch it and things like that. So I think I played up the children's part.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you did on multiple occasions, so you're gonna get 2 XP
Cool.
there. And then, did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
Well, I tried really hard to steal a blanket and then a towel, and
Yeah, I think you definitely did. You were causing trouble because of that, so you can get 1 XP there.
I don't have a trauma yet.
Perfect. So that is 4.
4. And I already had 4, so now I have a playbook advancement.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Next is Spider, Mr. Kildare,
Yes.
Lord Kildare.
Indeed.
Did you address a challenge with preparation and calculation?
Yeah, I think this entire thing was his preparation. More
That
or
is
less.
true.
Yeah.
That is true. So you can get 1 XP there. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Multiple times.
I'm giving you 2 XP there for sure.
Yeah.
And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during this session?
Let's see. Does that include the worship vice then?
Yeah, if you struggled with it, then yeah.
I mean, I would consider Farouk a minor obstacle in this case.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and this clock that is now dominating our cruise ship that I have about a third of. See, there was
I'll
a bit
give
of a
you
struggle
an
there.
XP there too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's 4 for you as well.
Wonderful. And I'm also advancing.
And Farouk, our dear Whisper, last but certainly not least, did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power this session?
I did during the first downtime. I went looking for trouble in investigating the hive, and if the roll had gone badly, then it would have been trouble investigating the circle of fire.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna give you one there. Then did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Yeah.
Couple times.
Uh-huh. And did you struggle with your vice or traumas?
I think cold has my trauma has caused some trouble that is going to have nasty ramifications down the line.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm looking at 4 for you as well.
Okay.
By the way, beware. My special ability I chose is Trust in Me. +1 die against targets you have a relationship with.
Oh no! Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the ghost contract.
Ooh.
When you shake on a deal, you and your partner, human or otherwise, both bear a mark of your oath. If either breaks the contract, they take level 3 harm. Cursed.
Damn.
Wow.
Indeed.
All right. Beautiful. So, let's talk about the cult. Did the crew get some XP? I think the answer is
I hope
definitely
so.
yes. Did you advance the agenda of your deity or embody its precepts in action? Not really. You laid all the groundwork to do that, and then you didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Next up.
Elzingo tried to be alluring. I'm not sure he was sinister.
More sinister than
think
alluring, to be quite honest.
I don't think he's figured out how to be properly alluring and sinister at the same time. So I'm gonna say no. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yes. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? You weren't very strange, freaky, or terrifying this time around.
I point to Elcindo once more.
Wait, yeah,
I might sell all 3 of those.
Strange, maybe.
Strange, maybe. I'll grant you strange. You can get 1 for strange.
I always got that one covered.
Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew?
Inner conflict.
I demand at least 2 for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that is 4 XP for the crew here.
Wait, I noted it.
I will draw it on this page as well. All right, cool. Well, that was everything. We were all wrapped up in a neat little bow.
How did we fail to go after Rep when we're right on the verge of going up a tier?
No, you did. That's how you are right on the verge.
Oh, okay. I thought we were there before.
Yeah, we definitely were there before.
No, you were like 3 short of that before.
Were we?
Yeah, you definitely were.
All right.
Okay.
Cool, I'm paying attention, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I leave it to you, Brad, to take us out.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Kelsa, especially for running, and everybody for hanging out. If you enjoyed this broadcast but haven't followed the channel, please do so you'll know when I go live in the future, especially if you hit notifications. And I'm going to throw it right back to you, Kelsa, because I imagine you are doing stuff online.
Wow,
and I think people should know about it.
Every day of the week, it turns out.
Again?
Yeah. Well, not quite. This Friday is up in the air, but I play in a lot of games online. You can look at my schedule on my Twitch. If you go to twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi, as I point at myself in the chat here. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Kelsa. On Twitter is the best way to find out when I'm going to be doing stuff. I also post adorable little screenshots of the power struggle for control over the shroud and pictures of my cats and other random things. But yeah, this week, yesterday, on Tuesdays, I play on a playtest of a hack of Blades in the Dark called Household Renovations of Great and Terrible Power. It is very weird, it is very strange. We're building houses in a bright apocalyptic future. Everything is garishly neon colored and amazing. But also there are monoliths that breathe into your brain and other kinds of horrors. So that's always fun. That's on Tuesday nights from 5:30 to 7 Pacific. Right here, right now, from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pacific.
Before you go in,
Yep.
I just have to say, yeah, household renovation of Great and Terrible Power. It makes me think of Duskfall if it was a planned community. Okay.
Duskfall is a planned community. Brilliant. That's perfect. Yeah, except the
Who
sun
would
still
plan
shines.
dusk all day?
No, not really.
Sinister
I love
things.
this game, obviously. Blades in the Dark. I do love Blades in the Dark, so you may see a lot of Blades in the Dark on this schedule. Tomorrow is Thursday, where I play Fulcrum, which is a Mutants and Masterminds game over on Henley's channel, Die Party Fulcrum. Normally on Fridays, I'm playing with AP Gaming Reel in Mouse Guard, where I am an adorable mouse and go on adorable mouse adventures. This week, we are probably going to be playing a one-shot in its place, but as one of our players had to work, which kind of sucks, but we're still going to be going up. Saturday in the afternoons, I play It's Never Sunny in Duskfall, which is a fantastic Blades in the Dark game where I am a player over on Eric Vulgaris' channel. And then on Sundays, I typically play role-playing, or not role-playing games, but board games instead on Sunday's game night with my good friend Estani. And I do all of those things. Find out more. That's nearly every day of the week. It's a lot of things. I do a lot of things. Also, when I'm bored, I stream myself playing Overwatch and I cuss a lot. So if you like to see things blow up and me cussing at the screen every time I die, then that's always good fun too.
Do you have time to be bored though?
I mean, sometimes I just need to blow shit up. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, fair
enough. Yeah.
I can see that.
Brilliant.
Does anybody else have?
Lovely?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just gonna do your job for you. I'm sorry, Brad.
Okay. By all means. Yeah. So if anybody else has stuff going on online that they'd like to talk about or want to mention where people can find them, by all means, go ahead.
No, I think you're gonna take care of that job for me.
All right.
The only place I've really regularly found is here. I mean, I'm on the internet, but not publicly.
Yeah, I was just not for myself, but I want to talk about our planning going forward with this show a bit. See what's in the future. We've been talking a bit off screen, so to say.
Yes. So, in mid-November, we're planning on switching over to Burning Wheel, set in I'm blanking on
the Kingkiller Chronicle.
yes, Patrick
The
Rothfuss's
the world has
world,
a name. I read it, but I forgot it again.
Damn, that's awful. But
it's in the small book. The
starts with a T, I think.
The slow regard of silent things.
It has a name, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh, well, okay. So the book that's most well known in the series would be The Name of the Wind, and then the second one was Wise Men's Fear, and then the newest one is Slow Regard of Silent. No, yeah, that one that you just mentioned. Anyway, it's a really awesome world. And we'll be using the Burning Wheel system, which is very tricky, but pretty amazing. And if anybody, and I will step back for a second, and if anybody else wants to say anything about it, by all means.
I mean, it's going to be awesome and hard because I've never run Burning Wheel. I've never played more than like I think 2 sessions of Burning Wheel, but I've studied the book. So. And it's going to be awesome because I mean, Name of the Wind and Burning Wheel. What better marriage is there?
Yeah, I was really intrigued. I had forgotten before I like reread uh, uh, Name of the Wind. I had forgotten all about the tie-in with the deity in the books has a symbol that's a burning wheel. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah. Wonderful coincidence.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be we'll be switching over sometime in mid-November. In terms of other stuff that's coming up on the channel, like this week, Friday, we're going to be doing masks, which is using the Apocalypse system, but it's uh, teen superheroes finding their place and figuring out who they are. We're going to be starting a little bit late because my schedule is screwy. So probably around noon Pacific. And then on Saturday, I'll be playing Breaking Arcanus, which is 3.5 D&D, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific. Sunday, last week I said that we'd be starting Urban Shadows. I was completely wrong about that. I had forgotten that we were doing just like Civilization for which was a lot of fun. Mark was there. You can tell him.
Yeah, it was good until my internet went dark.
Yes. Well, there were plenty of technical difficulties on my side to so you know to go around. But anyway, on Sunday, this coming Sunday, we'll definitely be doing Urban Shadows. That's at 4 p.m. And then we should all be back here on Wednesday to actually steal a hull and also like fight and undermine each other.
Certainly not bicker about it. I mean,
It's going to be a good time.
Yes.
Of course.
So thanks again, everybody.